what a difference that can make. And it does make a difference. I mean, down in Georgia and Texas, where it's much easier to carry a gun, much more people carry a gun. You don't need a background check. And the number of shootings and the number of homicides and the number of mass killings is up by a factor of 3, 4, 5 times what it is in our state.
More guns, more gun violence, more deaths.
Much later.
The study was published today by the Center for Justice Research through a partnership between Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost's office and Bowling Green State University.
I remember back on June 13th, the state began allowing citizens to carry a concealed weapon without a permit. The study looked at gun violence in the state's 8 largest cities. 6 saw less gun crimes after the law changed. The data spans from June 2021 to June 2023. And one of those cities that saw a decrease was the city of Columbus. Before the law, the rate per 1,000 people of crimes was 10.79. It dropped to nearly 9.5%. Other cities that saw decreases are Cleveland, Toledo, Akron, Parma, and Canton. The cities that featured a jump are Cincinnati and Dayton.
Well, that didn't age very well, did it? Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC, P.A.N. Firearms for NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel-like content, what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything is appreciated. Once again, PSA for my Connecticut residents. If you plan on getting your Connecticut pistol permit, please get the training done before July 2024, because then after that, it becomes longer, harder, more expensive. To disincentivize you from going out to get your permit in order to purchase a firearm, if you have your permit, watch the expiration date. There is a link to the online pistol permit renewal in the description box. Don't let it expire. If you let it expire, obviously after July, you're going to have to do the new training requirements. So keep an eye on it, put it in the calendar, do what you got to do. Let's talk about this now. This is very interesting, and I came across this. Ohio last year passed a law for constitutional carry, which means if you prove yourself as a law-abiding citizen, you can carry a firearm without a permit. Now, of course, when this passed, and I had 23 states have the same law, but when it passed, of course, the rhetoric came out that this is going to make things more dangerous. More and more people carrying guns. This is going to make things even worse. Well, Ohio just released a study on the effects of the constitutional carry law. And let me go ahead and show you the facts of the results of crime in the state.
On June 13, 2022, Ohio became the 23rd state to allow residents to carry a concealed gun without a license. It may be hard to believe for some, but according to a newly released study from the Center for Justice Research, the number of crimes involving guns have actually gone down. Take a look. The study looked at the 8 largest cities in our state: Columbus, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Toledo, Akron, Dayton, Parma, and Canton. And they factored in all crimes involving firearms, along with verified shot spotter alerts and the number of law enforcement officers injured by gunfire. They looked at June 2021 to June 2023. That's 1 year before and 1 year after the law went into effect. And here's what they found. There was a significant decrease across all 8 cities combined when it came to gun-related crimes. Parma saw the largest drop, 22%. Akron and Toledo saw an 18% drop. But 2 of the cities actually saw slight increases in gun-related crimes. Dayton spiked by 6% and Cincinnati by 5%. When researchers looked at law enforcement officers that had been injured or killed by gunfire over that time span, there was no change. And when it came to shot spotters, a gunshot detection technology, they found the number of verified reports actually trended down in Toledo and Columbus by more than 20%. The other 6 cities couldn't provide the data they needed for that study.
And there it is. All the pearl clutching and humming and hawing about allowing citizens to carry firearms has actually caused crime to drop in the major cities in Ohio. What a shock. No. We have people who decide to go the other way. And I have to harp on Connecticut because I live here, obviously. And as a gun owner in the state, I'm watching a state legislature that seems to think that they can legislate bad behavior. And the way they legislate bad behavior is by holding the law-abiding public accountable for the behavior of criminals, which is a most backwards way of doing things. And I've said this before, after Malloy, I didn't think we could do any worse, but we did. And I'm not sure how to peg Lamont at this point in time. I don't know if he's a straight utopist who believes that no guns equals no crime, or he's an authoritarian who thinks that only those in power and the elites should be the only ones allowed to have firearms. I don't know which one he is, but either way, he is dangerous. He has even gone as far as to, quote, Ronald Reagan, when Reagan was governor, stated that he saw no reason why people should walk around the streets with a loaded firearm.
It was Ronald Reagan, it was Governor Ronald Reagan, who said, why in God's name are people carrying loaded weapons on public streets? His point of view changed over time. But it's just a reminder that as the world changes, we got to change every day.
Then kind of sort of segue to saying, well, his opinion changed over time. Well, yeah, his opinion did change because he saw the reality of the world and how things are going. And this coming out of Ohio is a positive step and fact-filled information that more guns does not equal more crime. But I'd like to see all the states that have constitutional carry release studies like this, good or bad. I want to see it. Because if I'm suspecting it will show that allowing good people to carry firearms has nothing to do with crime. Nothing to do with crime whatsoever. Ohio has shown the way. I'd like to see the other states do the same and release their information when their laws went into effect and what the outcome of crime has been up until that point since the laws have been active. But this is good news coming out of Ohio. And unfortunately, it's not going to make any segue with those anti-gun states because they're not interested in facts, they're interested in emotion. That's why every time they have their little anti-gun get-togethers, they always bring up victims of gun violence. When I'm thinking to myself, yeah, but there are people losing their lives all throughout the country through all different kinds of nefarious means. Why is gun violence the only thing we're talking about? Death is death. Murder is murder. Why do you have to be killed by a firearm to get these people's sympathy? But there it is. Let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I will see you on the next one. Peace.